Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena. Endless despair. Nothing but despair. Despair over and over again. We're playing black-green Shigeki Despair. So Shigeki, I haven't seen him in a minute, but definitely one of my favorite, kind of messing around, playing for fun cards from the new set, because I love the way that it both gets you value by hitting lands with the 2-mana ability, but the channel ability, the uncounterable way to get back all these non-legendary cards from your graveyard, is totally awesome. So with Shigeki, what we want to do most in this deck is get back Invoke Despair, because why not? Target opponent sacrifices a creature. If they can't, wait, you know what this does now. It's just the wave, right? And if they don't have enchantments or planeswalkers or creatures, they just get burned. You can just burn them to death by casting Despair over and over again. So if anybody has played with 3 or more copies of this card in a deck, you know how fun it is to ride the wave and just cast Despair on them every turn till they die. That's what we're out to do with this deck. But to support it, we've got an interesting supporting cast. Typically in my control decks, I don't like to play creatures. It's just how I usually roll. But I found that this deck did a lot better with some of the creatures in the format right now. Specifically, a creature I'm getting higher and higher on every day is Briarbridge Tracker. This 3-mana 4/3 Vigilance that investigates, and as long as you control a token, gets +2/+0, so that's what makes it the 4/3. This card is really cool. The thing I like the most about it right now is it's really good against the Wandering Emperor. That card is all over the place. Lots of people are playing it in all kinds of decks, but it doesn't do much against Briarbridge Tracker. The -2 doesn't hit it. It can make a 2/2. That just chumps it. So Briarbridge Tracker against Wandering Emperor is really fine. It's perfectly fine against the white decks, and it's perfectly fine against the Izzet decks. If it gets removed, that's okay. You have a clue. You get to draw a card. And being able to get this back over and over to either crew a Chariot, we don't have any in this deck, but that's what I do with it a lot in other decks, or to crew the Bankbuster so that you can dial up some pressure. Just have something, because with this deck, the Invoke Despair burn plan, the secret burn plan, is actually really good, but you have to get in a few hits with creatures. And if you do something like turn 2 Bankbuster, turn 3 Briarbridge Tracker, hit him with a Buster, untap, hit him with a Tracker, then finishing the job is just 2 Invoke Despairs on an empty board. That's very doable. But in case you weren't convinced that this is a burn deck, we have 3 copies of the Witherbloom Command, 1 Meathook Massacre, and 2 copies of Graveyard Trespasser, all capable of just picking at the opponent a little bit and getting their life total lower, so that a couple of Invoke Despairs and an attack from a Hive of the Eye Tyrants actually ends the game. While the deck likes to play a lot of Invoke Despair and play long games, it doesn't have to. It can just kill them. And that's really important in current Magic, because all these decks are so powerful, they come back quickly. Another thing I love about the deck is Dig Up. Dig Up searches your library for a basic land, reveals it, puts it into hand, but for the cleave cost of 4, any card. So in that mid game where we have 6 or 7 lands and we've kind of stabilized and we're in that top deck war, when you draw Dig Up, you can go get Invoke Despair, or you can go get Shigeki, whichever is going to reload you better. Or you can get some of the many option cards that we have in the deck as kind of the tools of the moment, like Blood on the Snow, Meathook Massacre, check for traps, very good against control decks, people holding up counter or something nasty, a power word kill to kill all kinds of various things that aren't the named creatures on the card, and Cram Session. 1 Cram Session in the deck, we can get it back over and over again with Shigeki, but one of the problems the deck has is if it's getting burned or beaten down too fast, the life gain can get you back in it. You do need time to channel Shigeki, because if you try to channel Shigeki when facing 3 or 4 creatures, you're going to pay, because they're going to hit you for a lot of damage. Cram Session can rebuild that situation, so you end up tutoring this up pretty good, and we do have a wish board of cards you can go fetch, although that's not the most important part. Honestly, it's just the little life boost with a little bit of advantage. But Witherbloom Command, a rare that you may not have crafted, is actually pretty clutch here. If you don't have it and you don't want to craft it, you could play the Cram Sessions, but this card and its ability to both drain the opponent, kill a 1-drop, or just get more lands and fill your graveyard actually is very powerful, and every now and then you end up destroying an opposing Bankbuster, and that feels good. So that's the deck. We're going to go out on the ladder and cause endless despair. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. We're fighting FOMO. Story of my life. Especially when people are going to PAX East, I'm like, Wanna go? All right. This hand is good because we can go get another swamp, play this as our green source. Oops. I guess I had to play this first. Smooth. In that case, against blue, let's get the Bank Buster down. Snow-covered island. Could be anything. Even a crab. Great. I don't think we can win. I think it's impossible. But for starters, we'll kill the crab. We definitely don't really want to mill ourselves to get back a land. It is target player mills 3 cards, so we can mill them to get a land from our own graveyard. And then check for traps, I guess. Target player mills 3 cards and loses 2, gains 2. They are the player. And then they are the opponent. This will mill them, but we'll still get the land. 3 lands. Well, they were going to shuffle anyway, right? It's fine. This is fine. I think we can check for traps next turn, draw a card this turn. Maybe break up their Tasha's combo. They're probably not going to snap off of Tasha's here. Probably not. I guess if they do, it must be because they have more, so the check for traps becomes even better because they spent their whole turn on it. I think they have a Frostbite, though. Frostbite's a problem. This is like their dream matchup, though, because we are so slow. Ooh, Graven Lore? Oh, man. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then the next turn. Oh, do I have to take the Graven Lore? Because they are super flooded. Yeah, I'm taking the Graven Lore. We can always buy back the Briarbridge Tracker with a Soul Transfer Jutsu. They need to kill it now, though. Darn it. I was really hoping to crew this. Big brain. Big brain opponent. Come to daddy. All right, start the beatdown. Yay, they didn't Scrybug and draw another Graven Lore. They must only have 1 in the deck. In fact, they did nothing that turn. I had to say something. I just had to. I should know better. And you know they'll hit another Frostbite for the tracker, right? They have to. It's the only way Magic can be played in the Arena age. Dude, they are tanked on this one. 3 to the top. Yep, and we have sticks, so they definitely have it. Oh my god. Well, perfect sequence of draws for the opponent. So what could we hit for 2 mana that would crew this? Nothing. I guess I'll go ahead and fire this off. There's a tracker, but it's not going to get the job done this turn. So do we draw, or do we command them? The power of Witherbloom commands you. Drop them to 5. I guess we could draw... Oh yeah, we could drop Trespasser, drain them, attack them, possibly win. Alright, that's the play then. Do we have another land down here? They haven't milled us. So we wouldn't get a land back. Is that still fine? I mean, I guess we could go for all that next turn anyway. We don't have to go for it now. We can just draw with the Bank Buster or a Clue. They foretell. Also, not being at 5, they might be more likely to take the damage from the Bank Buster. Dig up. Well, we already used our check for traps, or I would dig up the check for traps, or at least consider it. No creature. Oh, there is a crab. There is a crab. Go for that crab. Hit it. Crew. We're trying to steal one here. Teach by example. Okay, you're copying something. You're copying Behold the Multiverse. I mean, that's not... A Frostbite's not going to do 4 here. This could be game. The unwinnable matchup possibly won. They did flood brutally. It took some things going right, but they did draw themselves right back into it. I attack you. You're at 2. Witherbloom frickin' command. We a burn deck. Of course it's a burn deck. All right, on the play. Looking good. I will dig up another swamp. 1 green's usually all you need for a while. And of course you need 4 black for Invoke Despair. Not a small feat. Bank Buster. Bank Buster Trespasser. We'll show them who's boss. Ooh, 2 red open. I wish I had a creature to target, but it is what it is. All right, Bank Bustum. You thought I was here to draw cards. I'm here to swing. Send a message. They must have a good 3-drop to keep the hand, so let's see what it is. We've got an artifact. We could play Binding, have an enchantment, and then Soul Transfer, get something back, which could line up great if they kill the Trespasser. It's lining up great. Everything's coming up CGB. I guess the only issue is I don't have a great binding target. Did they discard Spikefield Hazard? This is really good too. Oh my gosh. So we'll do this. So we can do -3, -1, kill the Epicure. We can also kill the blood token, but they can sack it in response, which isn't great. So I guess I'll try to dig a land. Just good old 2 for 1. And then we can also draw off our Buster. Oh, we missed the land. No 2 for 1 was achieved that day. So sad. On the bright side, we were going to go 3 turns without drawing another land, and we dodged that. One off. And we really need an untapped land here to be able to thirst the Shaman and kill the Reflection. But I think the right play is to get the binding off. We'll see if the opponent can use this treasure that we've given them the opportunity to make. Just an Epicure. Not doing much. So here's the creature. This is... Ooh, I have a Shigeki down there, that's right. I could get the Trespasser, but Shigeki is a lot of value. Let's grab Shigeki. Shigeki can get the Trespasser. We're good here. We've kind of got the loop set up if the opponent gives us enough time. I'm wondering if I should just Bloodchief's Thirst this and make sure I don't die to whatever the opponent's up to, but I feel like taking 1 damage can't be that bad. But, I mean, they're obviously a burn deck, right? Okay. So yeah, let's just gain every point of life that we can. It seems a little... I don't know, I feel like I might be being too conservative with that. But it doesn't mean I'm completely wrong. If we win by 1 life point, I'm going to be very happy about that. And there's a play with fire to the face. They're checking their graveyard, so they must have Bloodthirsty Adversary. And that is a 5-point face punch that I'm not looking forward to. Magic Missile. Okay, so they're going to get that back probably with the adversary, which means I should get rid of it with a Trespasser if I can. Well, we can make a blocker for the adversary. That's a big deal. I can get back Trespasser and play it. But I should probably... Should probably just say go here. If they play adversary, we'll make the pilot and block it, and then Shigeki for 2 cards. They're going Invoke Calamity. Oh no. It's a lot of damage. 6 damage. And we're at 9. So we can get back Witherbloom commands and Trespasser to gain life. Yeah, they are full burn mode. Whew. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Maybe I'm supposed to... No, I definitely do this, right? I was wondering if I should put a clock on them instead. Alright, counter burn. Like I said, we're a burn deck, right? There's 1 card left. Is probably another Invoke Calamity. But without the burn spells in the graveyard, it's not going to be worth much. I can blow up the blood tokens too, which is probably useful to keep them from looting. I can also see if I draw an untapped land here. If I don't, with the treasure, I can still play everything. Okay. Trespasser, this gains life. Alright. Destroy and drain. And destroy and drain. Counter burn. And if I have to, I will tutor up the cram session and also gain another 4 life. But dealing 8 to me from this position should be next to impossible. They go with Calamity. I have 1 play with fire. And 1 Spikefield Hazard. Thwarted. So this is 1, 2, 3. Could be 4. Put him at 7. Could almost tutor up and Invoke Despair, but I'm a life point short. Well, maybe I'll just draw the win? We just need a tracker or a trespasser. We don't get it. Oh, wait. I can tutor, right? I can tutor one more command. Get him. Finish him. What a sport. Good for them. The Stevens, because that's what I do. I tilt people who like nice, round, perfect things. Tone is trying to hit that diamond quick. Well, let's hope that Tone is into creatures. They've got Izzet sleeves, though. Oh, they've got Izzet sleeves. If they didn't have Izzet sleeves, this would be a snap keep. I think they're trying to bluff me and they actually play mono white. Right? They actually play mono white. You don't fool me. You're fooling nobody. We gotta get our snowlands down because of Redain. Redain could be a problem. Alright. 2 creatures, they're both dead. Now what? Oh! 3/3 haste. Nice. Good stuff. Alright, we're a long way from this blood in the snow. Our opponent has all the initiative. We got trouble. Now, one time, don't have like the Brutal Cathar, the removal spell. By the way, another thing about this, it plays around Valorous stance. It doesn't have 4 toughness. But the opponent's making magic look easy. I mean, we kill 2 creatures, nothing good happens. All right, nice draw, nice draw. I like getting lucky. Getting lucky feels good. I'll just sit around pretending that was skill. No big deal. Oh, now you have to think. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, ho, ho. Now you have to decide if trades are good for you. Probably not, right? You want to flip that. Okay. So we would be advantaged to double spell here. So there, I could go get a Bloodchief's Thirst. What's another 1-mana card? I could dig up Tutor for a dig up to flip back. LOL. Also, the attack is very risky. They could definitely have the Wandering Emperor. I think the best play, honestly, is to take a big hit, but set up our blood on the snow. If we attack here and they play Emperor and give it +1/+1, that's really frustrating. But do we know that they have it? Let's dig up and check for priority. They do not have it. Okay, we get any card we want. I mean, it should probably be Meathook Massacre, to be honest. But I'm getting Invoke Despair because... Also, if I attack and they have the Restoration of a Ganjo, that's also a big whiff. Ah, well. I didn't come here to not attack with my Vigilant Briarbridge Tracker when the time is a good time for it. I came here to smash. Alright, they've got the Adversary. They pump it up, but it can't really attack into the tracker. Ooh. Saucy. Does have trample thanks to the slasher. Maybe I was supposed to block the slasher. We fall to 3. You know, we do have 3 snowlands though, so we get tracker back. I should have tutored up that cram session. I'm gonna die because of this Invoke Despair, aren't I? Do they have a way to pump it for the win? Not yet. 2-1. That's game. Okay, I was gonna lose anyway. Their draw was too good. Oh well. That was close. We almost got back in it, but man, did they have the right cards in all the right places. I wonder if I would have made that crazy play to flip it back to daytime if we would have won. I probably should have done it. I went for despair. That was the content play. I really think the right play might have been to tutor for a tutor and flip back to daytime and then have Blood on the Snow next turn. Oh my god, CGB had the wrong camera view on. I must tell him. I must let people know my opinion. How will he make the call? Good god, not Sonio. Oh no. Oh no, this deck is meant to fight aggro. Ugh. I always hate playing against Sonio when I have my control decks because they're built for anti-aggro and his are just built to be Greed Lord. So I usually lose, but we'll see. We'll put him to the test. Oh, come on. I know you're a faster player than this, dude. I've seen you keep hands so fast. You were checking to see if I'm streaming, weren't you? Weren't you? I know you were. Oh, did I catch you playing White Weenie? No, he would never. He doesn't. He has a brand to protect. That held priority. You must have March. Yep. Ooh, head to exile card, though. A Doomscar? Probably not going to regret that. Stuck on lands. Love to see it. This is the best day of my life. Top deck's land. Or did he? Maybe I just went first. Yeah. He had... No, I think he did miss a land there. I'm pretty sure. I wish I could be more sure, but I'm not. I wonder if this is a Velomachus Lorehold Reanimator deck. He's played that a few times. He's a YouTuber. Check out... I mean, just look up on YouTube the name if you're not familiar. Another March. Wow. We can't cast Invoke this turn. So what should we do? Do you think there's a basic mountain in this deck? If it's trying to be an Invoke Justice deck, there might not be a lot of red sources. The problem is I can't Wither Bloom command to get this back. So I think we do this. We do have 4 black here, so we can get the green. Okay, the mountain does exist. I want field, but you know what? With 5 mana next turn, let's get Hive. The Hive can attack the graveyard. If there's a Velomachus that ends up down there. Professor some blah blah blah. Get Sciences. Sciences gets something. Okay, something to sacrifice to invoke Despair isn't the worst. Ooh, dig up. Dig up, you say. Could go get a Graveyard Trespasser. We also, like, Power Word Kill doesn't do it. Like, what are we just going to do to kill this Velomachus without it hitting us? There isn't much we can do, actually. Yeah, I don't think there's an instant speed way I can stop it from hitting me. All right. Well, let's fire this off and see some cards. Yeah, Power Word Kill won't do it. The Abandoned Mire can get back a Shigeki, so I think I'm going to play out this Boseiju and draw with the clue. We need to keep our life total high. Oh, Showdown. Okay. I also might just be wrong about this being a Velomachus deck. It's a Reconstruct History deck? Okay. We just want to terrorize the graveyard then. We need Graveyard Trespasser, Hive, that kind of thing. So, what's down there that he wants back? We'll want the March, I guess? Yeah, we should get Graveyard Trespasser, I think. Or let him have all the value in the world and the removal spells, and we just keep casting Invoke Despairs forever. Yeah, that's more on brand. Resto Iganjo. Reconstruct some stuff, I'm sure, but if you take this damage, you're going to be so close to dead. We are a burn deck. We just forgot to tell everybody. Yep. There is 2 life there from the sciences that we have to watch out for. Unless you discard it. I can't get cocky. Too many times I've thought I've had him, and he's pulled it off somehow. That's a good draw. That's a good draw. So right now he would sacrifice 1 enchantment. Yeah, we do this now. Although he'll have mana up for March next turn. I think we attack now. Yeah. Yeah, we attack now. And we exile. It's an interesting call for sure. The Professor, because right now this can discard a card to get it back. Check you for traps. Ooh. Okay, 2 Wandering Emperors, 2 Lorehold commands. There's a lot of life gain here. Plenty of life gain. I think I'm going to take 1 of the commands and try to power through it. I did say that Briarbridge Tracker it's a good card against the Wandering Emperor. We're going to hopefully show that off. Unfortunately, the Wandering Emperor is really good against Invoke Despair. It can really absorb a full Despair. I'm sure Sonio plans to use the Lorehold command this turn, though, which means no Emperor. Gets a land tapped. Yeah, I am sure he's going to use that command. So, let's not sacrifice this. We need to Power Word. Power Word killing this in response won't prevent the 3 life gain. That's a good draw. Let's get the Lorehold command cast, though, so that the Wandering Emperor doesn't come down and eat our Invoke Despair. So we're not going to win this turn, but we're still going to have him on the ropes. Right now we can Shigeki back Despair and do it again next turn. Good job making the token. That also eats part of our Despair. Wandering frickin' Emperor, huh? Alright. We chill. We're not under pressure. We have time to use Shigeki to get back a lot of good stuff if there's no Farewell to exile our graveyard in this turn cycle. And yeah, he's looking in the graveyard. Maybe he found Farewell. That would be pretty epic. That would also be really expensive. And if there's no untapped land, we could try to hit with our Hive. Oh, but there's a March. Yeah, this is going to get really complicated. another showdown. Ooh. Okay. 2 Doom Scars, 2 land. Nice. All right, we've got to get our burn deck to burn. This hive isn't attacking. Soul Transfer. Well, that can help against one of the Wandering Emperors. Oh, guess I had nothing. No big deal.
I am the Emperor of Kamigawa. You will protect. Let your blade do the talking.
Dude, so many good cards. We get 4 of them. 4 sweet cards. Alright, the 2/2s are here.
Guards, to me.
No spells are being cast, I guess. They would have put +1/+1 counters on the creatures, so looks like Sonio's saying go. Nothing like draw go showdown of the Scalds. Right now, the board, though, completely eats an Invoke Despair, which is not good for us. We don't like that. Oh, come on. You did have it? What's the name? Just Graveyards? Alright, so Invoke, Invoke. This can be another Invoke if we want it to be. This is pretty good. This is not great. Another Binding. Binding is enchantment. This is artifact. What if we just went, forget check for traps? I guess we want the other Wandering Emperor, right? Oh, I want that tracker kinda though. Although it gives them something to march. I guess we want to play around March. Yeah, let's just grab the toot. Let's just grab the tutor. Alright, Sonio, I'm going to check you for traps. I know about one of them. It's called the Wandering Frickin' Emperor. Okay.
I'm not overconfident. You're just underwhelming.
Alright, March gone. Now the Invoke can hit the Emperor. But if we wait a turn, we don't have to. Soul Transfer hits it too. We don't have an artifact. We don't have a creature in the graveyard either. This thing's annoying. Alright, so we're just gonna do this. Just gonna fire off on the Emperor. We're not gonna get something back. We don't need it. We're up 1,000,000 cards. Alright, another 2/2.
But may your blade strike true.
And then we do this for 3. Just have it all. And we'll see. Can you get out of this, Sonio? Can you get out of 2 Invoke Despairs? Sim blah blah blah. Prophecy. What are you digging for? Something that makes me discard my whole hand? Another Wandering Emperor? I don't know. Yep. That helps. Must be nice.
And I'm guards to me.
Alright, fall to 2. Second Despair. We'll call this episode Sonio's Despair. Oh, we got one! We got one! I don't know how this guy always usually beats me. It's because he's not playing blue. You'll never queue up without blue again. We fight Iron Bars. Okay. We'll keep these. Pretty good hand. Should be able to answer a lot of early game from a mono white player, or just have stuff to do against a control deck. Let's go Bankbuster. Nice. The Wither... Normally I would be a little tilted, but the Witherbloom command says otherwise. Don't spell pierce me. Hey, and we hit a land. The forest? No, let's grab the field. Alright, do we want to search for another land? I don't think so. Oh, they could not handle the Bankbuster dominance assertion. One more, baby. I want that rank. I want that bigger plat. Deck's been doing good. Feels really good, too. Like, even if it didn't turn out to be, like, tier 1, it feels like, you know, it's in that, like, tier 3 range for best of 1. I would want to play it again. Maybe an untapped land off the top? Oh, it loves me. This deck really loves me. Shigeki. Let's see if the opponent can ass pirate their way through this. Not yet. Not yet. It's a big deal. That makes a huge difference. All right, I'm definitely activating this. I think I just dig up for another land, though. We want to make absolutely sure that we can walk all the way up the chain to Blood in the Snow. And I guess I should have held this because they might have Redain. Redain's pretty brutal to Snowland. The plan is to block and bounce this Shigeki. Okay, the plan is just to bounce this Shigeki. Nice whiff. Cool. I do hate when that happens. It tilts me a little bit, not gonna lie. Right, Snowland down. Binding, kill something. Hopefully our opponent doesn't drop a Redain. I guess if they do, we still have 2 creatures we can play. Adeline's really good. Soul Transfer. Nice. I think we just play another one of these, though. Although we could also play the Shigeki as a blocker if we play the Soul Transfer. Yeah, that's better. We need to be absolutely sure we get through this. And if they exile the Shigeki with another Skyclave Apparition, good. Then we get a 2/2 after we blow up the world. More important than value is staying alive. We've got a deck full of value. Yeah, sweet. Now we get this back. I wish we had milled a creature, though. Feels kind of bad that I didn't. Come to daddy. All right, can the opponent finish us off? We got enough mana that we can kill through a Redain if they draw it. Oh, same thing with a Spellbinder, though. We can kill that. We can kill that. It's okay. Just takes our whole turn to cast a Binding. They don't have haste. They might have a Wandering Emperor, though. And just play it, exile this. We can't get it back. Another Adeline. A Thalia. They just don't quit, man. They never quit. Where's our removal? We're gonna have to use Shigeki to get back Blood in the Snow, which costs 4, so we can cast this. At least this can trade with the Adeline. See what I mean about these trackers? They're actually, like, I just think they're a really underrated meta card. They always have another one, man. Endless other one. Okay. Thalia, you coming in? I mean, it's a lethal attack, right? So you should. Go to 2 here. I'm not getting it back. I have to get Blood on the Snow. But Blood on the Snow will get it back. Just 1 card is all I need. Death Touch acquired. You get 1 turn to kill it before we can get it back again, but if we get it back again, we get another Blood on the Snow. Okay. That wasn't the worst turn for us. That's really good. They could have Hull. I guess I have Field if they have. I'm trying to think of a Dragon or Angel they could have that, like, saving this could punish me, and I can't think of one, so I'm going to play the Binding. Especially while it's not taxed by Redain or Thalia. This doesn't really have anything to get back. We'll just play more land so that our Shigeki can get more cards. Go. Is that the Wandering Emperor? 2 whiffs in the same game. Nice. But, hey, there's a Meat Hook to get back. We could use this now. Yeah. More value. Ooh, what a draw. Feels like a Wandering Emperor, guys. But if it is, and they play an Exile, then they didn't make a 2-2. And that's what they want to do. They want to make a 2-2 and try to attack with it. Unless they do this anyway.
I've learned much during my travels.
Oh, there it is.
Keep watch for intruders.
Haha. This time I'm not bummed about Invoke Despair eating the Emperor. We wanted that to go away. Got there. Die, Mono White, die. And we are back for the post-game wrap. Check the stats powered by Untap.gg. Well, we beat Sonio, rival of the channel. So what else do you need? I suppose an 83% win rate would be nice. 5-1 over 43 minutes. I would definitely play this deck more. We were on the play a lot, which helped. We had some lucky draws. Our loss, we definitely made a bit of a content play. That might have been a winnable game. So when you're in every game and winning most of them, that's a sign of a pretty powerful deck. So if you're gonna play green-black in best of 1, this is the build that I highly recommend, and I would not cut the trackers. The trackers, I think, are a huge part of the success. So is the Trespasser. These 3-mana plays that can play both offense and defense. They really worked for me, and I wouldn't replace them with Planeswalkers. It's kind of weird right now to see a control deck without Planeswalkers, but I think the meta is mostly prepared for them, and you can't get them back with Shigeki, because they're legendary. So I think that these options are a better way to play the deck at the moment, at least the way that the meta is shaped up, and to cast all the Invoked Despair that you can eat and dig up all the Invoked Despair you might need. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I really did, and maybe I'll even play this one again. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.